Okay, so I'd just like to welcome you all on this morning for us, but this evening for you guys. So it's nice and bright and early over here in WA. But just to obviously jump on and chat about what we've got going on here today, and that's just to hear a bit more about Isogenics as a system of products that can obviously help you with your nutritional side of things, but also there's an amazing element there to helping with some financial stress as well. So we're just going to get stuck straight into it. I'm going to introduce myself. My name's Mandy. This is my beautiful husband, Dean. We are from Dunsborough, Western Australia, so way down south in the beautiful southwest. We're in the middle of our summer at the moment, so can't quite relate to... Hey,
rub it in.
Can't quite relate to the cold winter that you guys are experiencing at the moment. But so to give you a bit of background into what Isogenics is, I love to share this because I think there's not too many companies out there that can actually give you a really good impact of their vision statement. So they basically, their statement here is to impact world health, but also free people from not only physical, but financial pain. And I'll touch on that a little bit later on in more detail, but it's a really big thing to focus on the two there because they both obviously impact your health and well-being. So, but in the process to create the largest health and wellness company in the world. And to be perfectly honest, they are doing such an amazing job at that. They're now in 15 countries and expanding. And again, I'll sort of touch on that a little bit more as we go along. But what I'd sort of like to really focus on right now is just to get you thinking a little bit. So, are you living your ideal life? So there's so many things that obviously impact your day-to-day life, and are you actually living that to the absolute extreme that you would want to see it? So, are you spending enough time with your family? Have you got that financial stability? Living a healthier lifestyle and doing the things that you actually love. So, and just touching again on that financial side of things, have a little think. I think this is really important to, like at this current time in your life, if you were to actually think of the savings that you have in your account, and if that was taken away from you without knowledge, and all of a sudden you lost your job or something impacted in that way, how are you going with your backup plan? What's your plan B? Have you got enough financial stability there, or enough financial backing, I should say, to, how long would that enable you to live your ideal life going forward? Would it be a month? You'd have enough savings in your account for a month, 2 months, 5 months, whatever. So have a really good think about that, where you're sitting with not only your health, but also your financial situation at the moment. Okay. So Isogenics is fairly new into the UK and into Europe. So we have currently, I think it was in May, we moved into the UK market. And then just more recently, we've sort of expanded into the Netherlands and Ireland. So just the beginning of the markets here in Europe, or there in Europe. So, and obviously there's a massive problem or a massive epidemic with the whole weight and obesity sort of trends that are going on throughout the world, really. But in England, you can see the stats there, which is over 50% of women and over 60% of men who are considered overweight, and it's not even just about weight. It's just, I think, really living into that healthy, optimal lifestyle. So, and the financial side of that too is massive. So this is what we are addressing. So Isogenics offers 2 solutions over in the European market at the moment, and that's covering your weight management and also your energy and performance on the product side of things. So we're going to share a little bit more tonight on a couple of those solutions, just so that you can hear from real people and who are having real results with the products. All right. So the first one we're going to touch on, Dino is going to share a little bit more about these products. So the first one is going to be shake.
Just the weight management and the isoline shakes. Okay, so we've picked out four of the core products. I think what we consider to be the backbone of the system. Okay, now the first one being the shakes. Okay, so these guys they're just nutrient packed meal replacements basically. Now what that's going to give you is a high quality protein, some energy fueled carbs, and some good fats, and basically all the minerals and vitamins and minerals that you're going to need to help you with your manage your weight and manage your maintain good health. Okay, so basically that's the core product for the system, and there's about 3 flavours in the UK. So you've got strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. So you have these guys 2 times a day, preferably breakfast when you wake up. Give yourself a decent meal. Most people will have one for lunch, and then have a normal munch and crunch dinner. So that's the first little one.
And they're just a really convenient, easy way to be able to get your nutrients into you without sort of we're all very time poor these days. We're all running out the door with different things going on. So it's a quick, convenient, easy meal to have on the run. So there's that one. And then this guy's the I guess this guy's the kicker. Okay, so everyone's would have heard that of what's it called? Intermittent fasting. Sorry, I've got a mental blank there for a minute. 4:30 in the morning over here. So intermittent fasting, it's a big part of what's going on around the world at the moment, and there's not a lot of companies out there that offer something like this. A lot of other systems don't support the body while it cleanses naturally. Okay, so this is just like it's a scientifically formulated blend of natural cleansing herbs. Okay, so what it's designed to do is just help your body do what it does naturally, which is the liver cleanses your system of any impurities and stuff naturally, and this guy just sort of helps that along a bit, I guess. It's a real supercharge.
It's a bit of a supercharge for it, yeah, and also it targets the visceral fat, which is the bad fats that sort of hang around your organs and stuff like that. So no, this guy's the real key to the system working for you, and it's it just supports you while you're cleansing. So yeah.
And just to note on all of these things that all the products work. They've been formulated and put together as a system, so they do all work very synergistically together. So what one is addressing is not necessarily what the other is. So that's the way that they've put it together, and that's why it works. So, and it stands apart from obviously any other shake thing on the market or any other program. So they've put the two elements together, which is obviously why people are getting incredible results. So just touching on that then, I thought just sort of segueing from the weight loss sort of side of things, I would just share a little bit about my story with it all. Obviously, as I mentioned, my name's Mandy, and I've been using the products for just on 3 years now. So prior to Isagenix, I guess I was very much that yo-yo dieter of a mum. I was always looking for the next fad diet, the next quick fix or detox, whatever was sort of new to the market. I was sort of always very willing and open to trying it, just to try and lose those last sort of few sticky kilos that didn't seem to budge. So I pretty much had, I guess, from my patterning of that, I felt as though that I had really sort of, I guess my metabolism had been, completely sluggish. So I'd really sort of impacted that by my yo-yo dieting. And so I guess if I ever did sort of get some results because of the way that I was going about it, those results wouldn't come or they wouldn't stay for longevity. I was sort of, get the results. And then as soon as I started to introduce new things back into my diet, then the weight would come back on. So it was leaving me really frustrated and deflated, thinking that just maybe my body was meant to be that way. So Like I said, it was 3 years ago that a friend introduced me. I'd seen the changes in her pretty much. She'd lost some weight. She was glowing. She had an abundance of energy that I was just so bloody jealous of that I couldn't help it but message her and ask her what it is that she was doing. And this just happened to be it. And, you know, to follow on from my pattern of trying new things, I certainly wasn't skeptical about it. I jumped straight on board and gave it a go. And within that sort of first month, I had released just over 4 kilos. So many other things just throughout my actual internal health and well-being changed as well, just with my energy and my gut health and being able to deal with stress a whole lot better. So lots of other internal things, but just that weight side of it. And, you know, like I said, 3 years later, I don't feel like I need to worry so much anymore about the maintenance side of it. Like I know that this system sort of supports me, and currently, you know, we've just had Christmas. It's, you know, you're socializing, you're doing all of these things, but I know, you know, yesterday I started straight back on a new 30-day cleanse again. So doing back to what I originally did, going back to following the system sort of spot on, so that I know that I'm, you know, that extra 2 kilos or whatever that might be sitting on at the moment are going to be released in no time at all. So, yeah, I'm just completely passionate about this now, because I know that, you know, I believe that we all sort of deserve to sort of feel our absolute best. And this just enables me to live that, you know, that healthy, balanced lifestyle without having to suffer too much and still being able to go and enjoy life. So I think that's what it should be about. So that's, like I said, that's just my weight loss. But again, there's lots of other things that I think come into play when you start using this system. So Dean's just going to touch on a couple more of the little products here, just around the energy and performance side.
Okay, yeah, look, this guy here, the Ionic Supreme, it's called. Like, this is just a botanical concentrate, really, a nutrient-rich botanical concentrate. So it helps you balance your body and manage the effects of physical and emotional stress, basically. It's a good little tonic to have first thing in the morning. So it's got adaptogens in it. So first thing in the morning, get up, have a little charge of that, or a shot of that, I should say, and that'll get you going, help you get going in the middle of the day. So, and you can also have it of an evening too. So it'll realise that your body's ready to wind down and ready to go to sleep. So you can have a little swig of it then, and it'll help you to relax and off you go to sleep. So this guy, there's often arguments and stuff in our house when we run out of this guy. Well, not arguments, but this guy's a saviour for us. You know, it basically manages our stress levels and just keeps you a little bit calm. So
yeah,
good for training too, actually. You know, just before training or going to the gym or something like that, you can have a charge of this, and it gives you a little energy burst as well. So
I was going to say, you generally say I'm a whole lot nicer when...
Definitely.
Yeah.
Man, he's a whole lot nicer when this is in the cupboard or in the fridge. So...
And just to touch on that too, like the formulation of what this product is now recognised by most open-minded naturopaths and health professionals, because I guess they have been trying for years to formulate this sort of product in 12 different potions. So the way that Isagenix have put this together, if they've taken the best of all of those potions that a naturopath would use to give you a full sort of well-being tonic, and they've put it together to make it into one simple bottle that actually tastes, you know, half decent compared to some of those other potions that they blend together. So yeah, it's very much recognised by the health professionals these days as a key product. So, which is awesome. And this guy,
and then we got the little e-shots, like we love these guys as well. These we just chuck these in because these are great. They're just a long-lasting flavoured energy shot, basically. The naturally sourced plant-based caffeines and adaptogens. That's basically what it is. Okay, so they're just a little pick-me-up, but they don't have that sharp up and down, I guess, spike, I guess, you know, of energy. They're a long-lasting. There's nice even flow to it. really good for when you're just before training or going to the gym. Half an hour or so just before that, just whack one of these down. Or if you're just feeling a little bit flat during the day, you can smash one of these in you, and it's kind of, I guess it's a replacement for a coffee basically, but it's just going to last you a longer time. Really, that's about it for that one.
Like you said,
can be had daily. There's nothing wrong with smashing one daily. I guess we do, don't we? Most days we'll have one of these just because we love them so much, basically, and we're training a fair bit at the moment. So,
the gym. Yeah, that's it.
Hey.
And now we're going to get Dom. I'll just unmute you, and you can jump on and just share a little bit around your what you found, how your energy has improved with it all.
Hey, thanks, Mandy. I didn't realise you were going to use that shot either.
I think you're looking pretty good.
I'm halfway through my ice body challenge as well, so it can only get better from there.
Oh, good.
Okay, so thanks. Yeah, so before I started using Isogenics, I guess you could describe me as like a bit of a burnt out corporate zombie who struggles to get out of bed in the morning. I felt kind of lethargic pretty much all day and was a victim to that mid-afternoon slump. And as a result, I was really demotivated to do the things I wanted to do, especially when it came to my fitness levels. I was actually introduced to Isogenics by my beautiful girlfriend here, Moira, and I've been using the products now for about 6 months. And as a result, I can say that I am able to jump straight out of bed and really embrace the day. I found that I can maintain my focus throughout the whole day and can really avoid that 3 o'clock slump in the afternoon. And I'm now also able to do at least 3 sessions of CrossFit a week, which I wasn't able to do before. And so generally now I just feel like I have this abundance of energy, and that I've kind of taken a little bit more control back into my life.
Yeah, that's so good. And, I think we forget until we actually do feel better, we just assume that the way that we are getting through the day is just how it's meant to be until it changes. So, I love that. I love that it's, you can recognize, and just know that it doesn't have to be that way. So, so good when you actually do have that energy to get on with your day and do the things that you actually enjoy. So that's awesome. Can't wait to see the 16-week challenge results.
Awesome, mate.
Thanks, guys.
All right, just you back on mute. All right. Okay, so just obviously you've heard a few things about those products now, and just to give you some really sort of, I guess, some confidence behind it, is that there's such rigorous testing and research that goes into these actual products. So they haven't just been put together as another shake thing. There's a lot of backing behind this, and the research and the selection of the materials and the ingredients in all of this has been extensive, and they, like I said, they go through the actual testing of things so rigorously that just know that they have a no compromise product branding. So they stand by that and believe that it's so super important to not compromise on any of the ingredients to make sure that you've got the most natural, amazing product on the market. So, and hence, like I said, when you see the physical and the visible results and the way that people are talking about how they actually feel, then that's evident, obviously, of what they are putting into their product. All right. So again, just to touch on that, it's completely backed by science with it all. There's over 50 full-time scientists and nutritionists, dietitians, toxicologists. All of these people are putting themselves and their reputations on the line here for the research behind it all. So it's really important to know this and recognize it, that it's not just a one-off health professional that's sort of putting this together. There's a band of them, and it's really highly unlikely to hear of such an extensive band of people that are actually doing it in a company. So it's not just one or two, it's 50 of them, more than 50 of them that are having their say. So that's really exciting. And just to touch on here, it's important to understand that, the disclaimer behind it all, that obviously when it comes to any of the weight loss or the results that are happening, or even touching on the income side of things too, that everyone starts at a different level. So nothing is typical. Okay. So whether it's your health results, we're all at different stages of where we come into this. So you can't obviously say that, the products have been intended to diagnose, treat or cure any diseases or health conditions. It is just food. And it's just, I guess, sometimes amazing of what actually happens when you start to fuel your body with good nutrition, okay, and supplementation. So that's just sort of touching on around the products, but like we said at the beginning, there's a really important part of what goes into your health as well, and that is stress on the body. And like Dean said with when he was talking about the ionics, whether or not it's around environmental, physical or emotional, it has a big impact on your body. So also financial stress. So that's where Isagenix is looking at the two together. Their product is not put on the store shelves, hence why there's this element to it. That's why they've chosen the business model of network marketing to complement the products. So it's word of mouth marketing, okay? So basically the products, like I said, they're not put on the shelf. So any money that they actually make from this, they are putting back into their loyal customers, okay? So it's not, I guess, so not only can they keep the high quality of the products, but every time that you are having amazing results and people are going to notice, that's just the way it works. People are going to ask you or going to see the changes in you. Then for them to get started, then there's an amazing little referral bonus that actually goes with that as well. And it's open to everyone. And I guess at the end of the day, why wouldn't you want some free nutrition? So if you can at least just get your products paid for, then that's your shopping paid for the month, which is pretty cool. And I know that, I don't know what you guys have over there. Is it Tesco or Costco or something like that, which is our Coles or Woolies? Like I know that they don't offer that when you go in and do your grocery shopping there anyway. So I am going to just run through quickly of how you can get your products paid for, just to give you a view of that. So basically you start on the products, you open an account and start using the products just like you would with anything else. You start eating food, your results come and people start to notice, okay? So with this, by you sharing it with just 2 people, you've got the option to earn up to £66 per person that you actually tell about these products, okay? So so that's 66 each, which is insane. And if you're to do that in the same week, so Isagenix has a commission week, which is just from Sunday to Sunday, okay? And if you were to help 2 people get started because they're looking for health results as well in the same week, then basically that £66 doubles. So it goes up to £132 per person, okay? Which is insane, like it's an amazing bonus. And by doing that, by sharing it with 2 people, they then give you a little bonus of what is called it's you reaching the next level of leadership in Isagenix, and that's called consultant, which gives you an additional £40 bonus, just because they're saying thank you for sharing the love with the products. Yeah. From here, you're basically, once those 2 friends of yours start getting the same similar results, we want to help them also get that little reward back. So we're helping them share it with 2 of their friends as well. Not only will they get the referral bonus that we've just spoken about, but you will also receive a bonus for helping them get paid. And that's going to be this figure here, which is that £81 for helping them share it with 2 of their friends. And that's called They Share, okay? So if that was to be achieved within the first 60 days of when you had started on Isogenic, so if you were to complete you share, so you sharing it with 2 friends and then helping those friends share it with 2 friends, you are obviously also open to receiving this little bonus, which is an additional £204 in your bank account. All right. And this is all cold hard cash, guys. Like it's, you know, you can
Right into your account.
you can use that for obviously paying for your next month's products, or you can use it to, I don't know, go for a holiday or to pay for the kids' tuition at school, or whatever it is, whatever mortgage payment, whatever it looks like to you. Okay, so that is available to yourselves. So if you were to add all of that up with the you share, they share bonuses, then you're looking up to around £670 just by doing that, which is pretty insane money when you really sort of break it down and think of what's on offer. Okay, and that's just the beginning. You know, that's just giving you a little bit of a touch. It doesn't stop there. So every person that you introduce, there's that bonus that's applicable as well. So it just continues it on. You repeat that process, and you can get your products paid for or earn an additional side income. Okay, so just to give you some insight here, like we've touched on a bit on the products, the company, like you want to know, if you're looking at that side of things, then you want to know that your ladder is right up against the right company, the right wall. Okay, so Isogenics have been around now for 15 years. So when you're touching on and thinking about a company that's been around for 5 years, a lot of them don't make it past sort of 5 years. So anything then over that, so 10 years is a really stable place in the market. So we're now fairly young, but still we've reached that, and we're still now into our 15th year. So we're open again. It's in 15 markets now, so that needs to be corrected. And we've
registered in 80.
So Isogenics is actually registered in over 80 countries, and the reason why they're only open, what's that? Sure. Yeah, the reason why they're only open in 15 at the moment is because they like to ensure that when they go into a country or open into a market, that they have got the product and the ingredients and everything that is sustainable. So they're going to be able to actually give you a high quality product continually without flooding a market, going in and then not being able to offer what they've promised to deliver. So it's really important to understand that they're trying to do this in a really sustainable way, which is super exciting for the company and what's ahead of them. So and just to see the figures there, that, you know, the only reason why they have cumulatively earned over $5 billion in sales is because people like you and me share it with our friends. Okay, so you know, if the product didn't work, if the you know, people weren't getting results, then you wouldn't tell anyone about it. So this is how obviously they've reached that incredible target there of over 5 billion. So to finish off, guys, and I really appreciate all your time. I hope we haven't gone over too much, but to finish off, it's here's something just really to think about, you know, and this is on a health perspective as well as that financial perspective. You know, if you were offered an amazing opportunity to make change in your life, would you just say yes and just learn how to do it later? But just imagine, I guess, you know, like from 30 to 60 to 90 days from now, like if you actually said yes to making that health change, if you know, got those results, got that extra energy, were able to play with your kids more, whatever it is for you, if those results came and were maintained and stayed, imagine what your life could look like. So, and again, on the financial perspective, if you were earning, you know, an extra $50 a week or £50 a week, you know, £100 a week, £500 a week, whatever it is that is going to make change in your life. I just urge you to really dream a little bit now, because you know, I feel like the
opportunities there.
Yeah, and we've sort of stopped dreaming a little bit. You know, we get along with our day-to-day life and forget that there are opportunities out there that I think we've just become closed-minded to thinking that there is something that actually could be that could work, and we're living proof of that. And we believe that everyone deserves to feel that way, you know, in their body, but also to have that financial freedom to do the things that they love and adore most. So with that, I'm going to, oh, we don't need to see Tully. With that, I'm going to leave it as is. And yeah, I'm going to stop the recording.